Hi, I'm Jonathan Butz with VMware. I'd like to have a conversation with you today about the health of Epic and how that can be obtained to the benefit of the delivery of care in your organization. So to start off, I want to talk about some themes in healthcare and how we in healthcare have a focus on improving care outcomes. And also, in concert with that, improving patient satisfaction. In addition to those two things, which of course is how we're going to be reimbursed as we get to meaningful use stage 3, we also have a vested interest in improving the physician experience. Because, as we've seen in many organizations, physicians have a choice of the care system that they align themselves with, and they're going to favor ones that can deliver them applications in a consistent and useful way so that they can focus on the delivery of care and the outcomes of patient satisfaction. So all these things together have a direct impact on the revenue of a healthcare system. So as we move forward in the evolving healthcare realm, it's very important that we keep all of these things in mind. So the most important application in a healthcare system is the electronic medical record system, in this case, Epic. And as we use metrics to determine the health of patients, we would also like to use metrics to determine the health of Epic. So what is health? In the context of an application, application health is the degree to which Epic is behaving the way we expect based on the way we've seen Epic behave in the past, as comprised of all of its individual moving parts. And we'll go into this in some more detail because this is a little bit of a complicated concept. So basically, what we're saying is, within an organization, we have a number of performance data repositories in an organization that together will help us understand the health and well-being of Epic as a whole. The first is System Pulse. We worked very closely with Epic to develop a way to pull the metrics out of System Pulse. System Pulse is a great performance data repository about many important elements of Epic, one being the workflows and the performance of the workflows. The other is the performance data associated with the cache database and the systems on which it runs. So we worked very closely with Epic to develop an API that we could use to pull this data directly from Epic. But that's not all that there is to delivering Epic. That's just one piece of Epic. Since most Epic environments are heavily virtualized, Virtual Center is another great performance data repository for understanding the health and well-being of Epic. Likewise, within individual virtual machines and other physical systems that exist in the Epic configuration, the operating system is another wealth of performance data, generally more specific to the operating system. Utilization of memory, utilization of cache, other specific things endemic to the operating system. We also get a wealth of performance information from the storage that underlies the Virtual Center environment and the large systems that deliver the cache database. So we have a lot of insight into storage health and well-being from Virtual Center and from machines directly attached and from the big iron systems that deliver the cache database. But we see them only as consumers. We see them on the receiving end. So we see data throughput and we see latency, but we don't get a whole lot of insight into what's going on inside the storage subsystem itself. Things like processor utilization, cache utilization, whether there are rebuild operations in progress, other things that would drive us very quickly to the root cause of any problems. We also have a great deal of performance data in the network itself. We all know that network performance issues can have a deep impact on the delivery of applications. So each one of these today is performance data, infrastructure performance data that stands on its own, generally has its own interface to view, and are viewed by different people. So if we really want to get the most value out of this information, which exists in our environment, we need to run it through an analytics engine that can contextualize all of that information, all that infrastructure data, and help us understand it as application health. So that's one element of, and when we do that, when we take all of this information and roll it up into application health, it allows us to become proactive. By seeing infrastructure problems as impacting the health and well-being of the application as a whole, and our ability to drill down into the root cause. Is it an operating system issue? Is it a storage issue? Is it a networking issue? Is it a problem within an individual virtual machine? We can take proactive measures to address problems with application delivery before they manifest themselves as issues that will affect the physician experience and patient satisfaction in the delivery of care. The other thing that it addresses is the need to get to root cause. When an issue occurs, very often we take all of the individuals responsible for these individual infrastructure components, we get them all in a room, they all look at their individual tools, and if they're lucky, the problem is still going on. But our customers tell us very often by the time those people are all assembled and looking at their individual tools, the problem has passed, and there's no ability to get to the root cause. There's also no ability to view all of these pieces of information together along a single timeline in the context of the application. There's another element to understanding the health and well-being of the application, and that is change management. So infrastructure performance metrics are one element. The other is what's being changed in this infrastructure. Changes within the virtual environment, changes to group policy, Active Directory, individual operating system, changes to the storage can all adversely affect the delivery of an application. So what we need to do is also collect these change elements and include them in a change management interface that we can lay on the same application health timeline so that we can quickly see whether change management events have affected the delivery of the application. And by the way, while we are discussing what we do with Epic to monitor the health and well-being of Epic, this can be applied to other applications in the organization as well, to PACS, to interface engines, to mail, and so on. Same concepts. So as we change our focus in healthcare to improving care, improving patient satisfaction, improving the physician experience to ensure our revenue streams going forward as an organization, it's very important that we consider the health and well-being of our applications, and so that we can be proactive and get to root cause to prevent future problems. Thank you very much.